Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is AlgoBox, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Oates room.
Test one. Are you ready? Indeed. It is Friday. Let's go. It is Full Auto Friday, which means we're gonna be talking about some advanced level topics. Let me get my coins set up here. Oh, I dropped it. All right. Are you ready? Did you get your coffee going this morning? What flavor do you guys like? I'm a hazelnut person myself. Do you have your coins? Or I heard somebody the other day that had who was it that had bullet dice? Somebody has bullet dice. Who is it? Is it you?
Along on the GC3.
Some bullet dice. That sounded pretty cool. Turn my desk lamp on here. Friday. Let me zoom back out here. Anybody else using anything unique for your trade counter on your desk? I've got Trump coins. No, somebody was using some cool bullet dice. It's pretty neat. Had like numbers on it. Rugerrands. I don't even know what that is. Rugerrands? I'll have to Google that. You got the Buffalo silver dollars. Good morning, Fino. Dork is in the house. Good morning. Happy Friday. All right, so I'm going to zoom back out one level here. If you're new with us, hang tight just a minute. I'm going into a couple of complex things here. I'm going to turn full auto across 6 instruments. On repeat, here we go. You know the drill. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. 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 And arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. All right. 6 instruments set and ready. We've got 4 of them, being the Nerd, NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and the Dow. All 4 right here. Rocking together. +2. golds. How can you have two golds, Vinny? Well, you got gold, and you got black gold if you grew up back in the day in the Beverly Hillbillies. It was a fun show. Once was a man whose name was Jed. He had a lot of hair, but it wasn't on his head. Then one day he was shooting at some crude. Wait. No, you don't know. That was different. Okay. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Real-time protection off. I did check that. Thank goodness. Thank you guys for reminding me once again. Game on. That's right, Keegs. Good morning, George. The Krugerrand is a South African coin. Aha. Excellent, excellent. Good morning, Gardy. Ninja Scalp is in the house. Are you live streaming today, Ninja Scalp? He live streams AlgoBox every day. If you guys want to catch him in the afternoons or, I don't know, during our broadcast, you can do that too, I guess. But yeah, we've got it spread out there. We had the Nomads were online, I saw last night in the evening hours. If you guys want to follow the day trading Nomads.
Divergence down YM on the 9.
Hopefully over the weekend they change their names to Nomads Day Trading, because it's a hard, you have a hard time finding them when you type in. Nobody's going to type in day trading first. It's a lot of typing, but they'll type in Nomads, and yeah, join that crew there in the evenings for their live stream. We got 3 guys on a podcast style and trading with AlgoBox.
Pip.ym on the 3.
Like joining in with those guys in the evenings when I get a chance. Kids aren't too wild. Ninja Scalp says he is online live streaming today. Wind Riders in the house. Happy Friday, sir. I see you, Spencer. Good morning. Captain Rex is in here with us this morning. She said she was collecting acorns the other day. She said that was a lot of... She said that was a blast. Yeah, you know, there's a rhythm to it on the... Am I gonna sing it? You gotta get that rhythm along while you're pressing your buttons. So when I do monotonous things, I have to... It forces me to pull an audio cadence for some reason. It sucks me in. Can't help it. What's our time? We still got 4 minutes. Oh, like 3 minutes 15 seconds till the US Open. And let's see. Last night was day 4. Tonight is going to be day 5. Holy shnikes. We're going to get into the heavy stuff tonight. We finished off all the fundamentals in AlgoBox videos 1 through 4. 5 is coming alive. It's going to be advanced level, getting into the nitty gritty details on the entire strategy section. We won't finish the whole thing today. There's a lot involved in that, but we begin the strategies section now. We've tapped into some strategies we did last night as well. We tapped into a lot of the Flowmaster components in day 4 of our boot camp. If you have not been keeping up with that one, you might want to catch up with us on the weekend. And people have asked, you going to do the weekend on those? I'm just trying to keep them steady and get them done. And sometimes you get into a rhythm of things. So I am going to go ahead and go and do those this weekend on Saturday as well. On Saturday, but not Sunday. Try to take a day of rest as the good Lord recommended. Some people say required. Oh, no, it's not required rest day. He just, a really great recommendation. The Lord created the Sabbath for you, not for him, although he does say you should honor him on that day, but it is not a force on you, do it or else. It is a benefit to you. 6 days a man shall labor and do all of his work, but on the 7th day shall rest. By design. Some things are by design. Let's see. Good morning, teams. Good to be here. Great to see you, Mr. Daniels. So the last 2 days, so I'm coming off of a red day yesterday. The last 2 days were basically a wash. 1 day up, 1 day down.
Fib.ym on the 3.
On Wednesday, Thursday. So I've got Monday, Tuesday in the bag. Not planning on giving that back. We're going to be early in, early out on a Friday. We'll try to be done by 10 a.m. before the coffee break. Here we go. We got 30 seconds to the open. I'm going to turn Financial Juice audio on, so we'll listen into that news there right at the open. Speaking of news, let's look to see if there are any events we need to look out for. I'm sure there's probably a 10 a.m. in there. Let's see if there's a 9:45. Nope, looks like just 10 a.m. We've got revised UOM consumer sentiment. And then 10:15, another news event there. Right now, it looks like we're in a bit of a tight consolidation, so I'll look to sell the highs, buy the lows.
On open imbalance, S&P 500, sell side 18 million, Nasdaq 100, they're pretty much flat, buy side of just 0 spot 2 million, Dow 30, a sell side of 35 million, Mag 7, a buy side of 7 million.
Alright, I got full auto turned on for mine here on the first 5 minutes, so I'll sit on hands here for the first 5 minutes, let that first wake and bake kind of shake out there this morning.
Upper bands touch YM on the 20.
So if you're going to be doing the same, you got about 5 minutes here to
upper bands touch
reach over there and smash that like button for me. So I want to match up my standard operating procedures over there on the left for my 3-step entry. I need to match up the nerd. Right now, currently the nerd is strong buy. So we got buy and I've got red arrow. So we've got a conflict on the MACV local and the nerd.
Enigma long on the GC.
So
Throughout the open, Meta
we wait a little bit.
2.1%, Snap and Pinterest up as well, as shares of social media firms rise after Google's ad revenue topped estimates.
So I've got
shares are up 3.7% after the Q1 revenue beat last night and the announcement of their share buyback. In terms of earnings news this morning, AbbVie shares are up 3.2% after the company lifts its fiscal year profit forecast.
that was one of the things I had not taken into account yesterday was big names earnings last night. I know Google reported last night, and I think there were a couple other big names last night. So yesterday's craziness could have been attributed to some of the big name earnings. Well, we have that in our room. If you go into our Discord chat and type !earnings, I'll do that now. You'll get a kicked out list of those. Oh, there's a bunch today too. 1,036 companies reporting after the close there today.
YM on the 3.
The top 10.
Double Delta EM on the 9. Fib.ym on the 3. Fib.ym on the 3.
Was Apple one of the ones that reported last night as well? Gold is trading at 32.84. 3,284. Gold is my long-term hold strategy. I bought it back just under 2,000 at around 1,800. That is my only buy and hold at the moment.
Seeing euro pound dropping 0.3% to about spot 8511, the lowest since April 7th. US Trade Representative Greer said I had a productive meeting with South Korean counterpart on trade. Both sides agreed on to engage in technical discussions next week.
Okay, we got one more minute here to the 9:35.
Divergence down YM on the 29. Upper bands touch YM on the 29. Fib.YM on the 3.
And the bot's at $1,000. I am punching Flatten all on the bots. They made $1,000 already. And I'm going to go ahead and flatten them. There we go. All right. $980 after close. There were several trades open there. So slippage pulled it back down, but I saw around 1,024. Black in there. And on a Friday, I just like to be early in, early out there. $980. We've been live streaming for 17 minutes. And
upper bands touch NQ on
the bots are up 980. We'll pull the stats on those here in a little bit. What's today, the 25th? That's the only thing running. 3 trades, 100%.
Upper bands touch
On those 3 trades there this morning. Not too fun on the stats. It's a Friday, early in, early out kind of day here. So I'm looking for some quick plays to be in and out and get on with the day. And then we will be doing our day 5. I might do it early. I will just let you guys know. I may not be waiting until after the close today. I will probably do day 5 early, and because I'm not doing Sunday, I might do a double header. I might do a double header either today or tomorrow, so that there is session 5, session 6. I want to get them rolling for you guys as quickly as possible. And there is something to be said as a content creator in this space. I have just found that if I'm on a roll, it's a good idea to just stick on it. Sometimes when you take a break and a breather, reset everything back up again, get all of your notes and example pieces all set up and all together again, and you take a break for a moment, you come back, and it's nice to just kind of get it all done, batch it. So we may be doing that. Ron, good morning. How many instruments were those bots in? So, did you miss the very beginning when I was enabling all of them? So almost every day. I think you've been here a couple days in a row, but every day is the same. 6 instruments. Nerd, NERD, plus 2. Crude oil and gold. So 6 instruments.
upper bands touch YM on the 29.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch these over to Sim
Enigma long on the G
now, and I'll go ahead and turn them on for the rest of the session here, and we'll just see. We'll do a. Let's see what would have happened if I had ran it the whole time. kind of thing, shall we? But remember with cadence, I cannot reiterate this enough. On day 4, I really reiterated to everyone, every video that I've got on cadence, you should probably watch. Long arm short, full auto. Enigma on, okay, and full auto on, full auto on. Full auto on, okay. Okay, so there's a brief pause in there on those.
Fib.ym on the 3.
If any enigmas came through during that time, I don't see any there. Okay.
Upper bands touch YM on the 29.
Okay, we got 1 minute till the 940 to 950 area is coming in here. We've been wiggling our way up here so far this morning. The open line is just up above us. I've got a double dot I'm tempted to take a quick short off of right here, anticipating that everyone is expecting us to go to that line, so there's a chance that we don't, if you know what I'm saying.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Upper bands touch YM on the 29.
Yeah, there it goes. So pretty easy one right there. Could have gone ahead and grabbed my first 10 tick bag, but woulda, shoulda, couldas. Trying to be a little disciplined there. Now, if you're wondering, if you're new with us, wondering, hey, how come that one didn't take the full auto? So we were inside the fiddle zone. I've got fiddle zone filtering turned on. So it's automatically going to filter that out.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
Good morning, Mr. Canfeld.
Touch YM on the 29.
No comment? What'd I miss? You didn't like my double dot idea?
Upper bands touch
Okay, we got red arrow still sitting in here just inside the fiddle zone area. Zoom back 1 level here. So sitting right there and in front of it. Good morning, noob. Our goal is to get to 50 likes there in that first 15 minutes. We're coming up. We got about 4 more minutes to get, I think we're exactly 4 more likes. If you haven't done so already, that would be amazing of you if you want to smash that like button there for us. 9:42, 3 minutes till 9:45. Prior open, prior close. Had a couple of crosses in there to read off of for top of crown or in the valley. But not 3. Did not have a easy 3 wise men to read there from.
2%. The Nasdaq up 0.3%. For the Dow flat.
Okay, that is a cross in the valley. Cross 1. Remember, we can't just have one. We got to have multiples to really make a decision off of. And now the bots on the sim are up 1,800 plus, of course. Of course. So the answer is yes, I could have left them on a little bit longer there today, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'll be satisfied with my little $980 bag there. They're up 1665 now. On sim. So plus the 900. Yeah, I mean, pretty crazy. We're getting a lot of great cadence in these markets.
Fib.NQ on the 89.
YM on the twos look nicer. Yeah, you know, I do think I need to speed this up. This is too slow here, right? Let's do that. I'm going to switch to twos. And someone said that we had a nice Titanic zone up top. I see that. 1, 2, lot going on in there. There was a
BBC reports that France's President Macron will
super
not be holding any
moon
diplomatic meetings on the sidelines.
short off of that one. Nice double dot headshot off of the twos. Up top would have been juicy. And there's a top of crown right there. All right, we first opportunity to have gotten outside of the fiddle zone. Finally, just outside the fiddle zone now. Nerd is red. Arrow is red. I've got my finger over the sell. And now, if you are new with us, I am looking for one of these on the cheat sheet for an entry in the direction of the two steps. Good point. Yes, instead of AB9s, I should be on AB8s. Thank you for that. In general, I should be on AB8s on the Dow.
Double delta.
Almost always. Yeah, see, it's a better opportunity there too. Nice divergence with a cross. Divergent cross at the top, right in front of prior close. Yeah. You guys need to come run the show. I need some of you guys to come out here and teach this thing, because, yeah, 100%. You guys are some smart cookies. And I'm don't do a good job at juggling.
Fib.NQ on the 89. Lower bands touch YM on the 29. Double delta EM on the 2.
Okay, that is the second ready DD.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
And we're coming into
Medium
fairly large masher there.
Consumer sentiment.
Consumer sentiment warning. We've got news coming up.
Lower bands touch YM on the 29.
In queue, I'm going to switch over to the 6s as well, because it's a little slow. It's a little slow, so I'm going to speed it up, coming all the way down to the 6s, and even that's not that fast. It's on valid speed on in queue. $9.48.
Canada's PM Carney says, I have not looked directly at whether to remove the federal luxury tax.
All right, coming up into a king timing here, and I've got Enigma full auto turned on here. Getting a little bored. I'm about to go down to the AB1s.
Just a reminder, at 10 a.m. East time, we get the University of Michigan Sentiment Final. Forecast 50, spot 5, prior 50, spot 8.
Inflation expectations.
$9.49. 19 minutes past the open, and I have not taken a trade manually. Our bots have already done their work here for me.
YM on the 2.
We've shifted from that super high volatility set of opens recently, been super duper high, to kind of back to what would be, I guess, normal. And normally I would be on YM1s, so I might be back to 1s pretty soon. Okay, here's the first retail set stepped in a while. Cross 1. See if I get any dot action. I need a structure. Top of a channel. The channel does seem to be narrowing, so I got my finger over sell here. Just waiting on an entry.
So in 10 minutes time now at the top of the hour.
10 minutes till the news. Consumer sentiment will be there at 10 a.m. in about 9 minutes.
So again, in 10 minutes time now at the top of the hour, we see the release of the University of Michigan Sentiment Final for the month of April. Forecast 50 spot 5 on the prior 50 spot 8, with a range of 57 to 47 expected. 1 year inflation final, forecast 6 spot 8% on the prior 6 spot 7%, with a range of 6 spot 9 to 6 spot 3% expected. And the 5 year inflation final, forecast 4 spot 4% on the prior 4 spot 4%, range of 4 spot 8% to 4 spot 3%. The conditions final, forecast 56 on the prior 56 spot 5, and the expectations final, forecast 46 spot 3 on the prior 47 spot 2.
Okay, that is a 21.6. This guy looks like it's going to be my first trade here this morning off of the 21.6. A quick, fast spike down there. And king timing. Is it not going to get to target 1? Okay, that's not a good sign. That means, of course, I kind of got a bad entry on that.
On the 6.
I'm going to stack 30 and attempt something gnarly.
Target filled.
Fib.ym.
That's not good. Red dotted back behind it. It's going to end up being a heater. Probably going to do at least another spike down. I need to draw a line right here
Double delta
on a 2-try rule.
Fib.ym on the 2. Long on the YM3.
If we come back through that 21.6, it will be better. What's our time? 9:52. So they may be shooting this down before the news.
Enigma short on the Y.
And I need to reverse that.
Reversing.
Okay, so taking the loss on that, I'm going to go with a 25 short side Enigma with a push out a runner. Wow, can't talk through it. It's going so fast here.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, blue dot, double dot closed. End up being some losers in there. Got to draw a line right here for a re-entry. We got 7 minutes till the news. A little garbled up there on that one. I need to remove drawings from yesterday. News is coming out in 6 minutes.
Double delta NQ on the 6. 2 finger YM on the 29.
We've got Jagged on the tape. Wow, big time Jagged. Be very careful. When it starts to go, do not get in its way. Get on sides and stay. I'm going to turn full auto off here for a moment. I'm going to go
spot 5 on the prior 50
nuns, and then I'm going to get on sides with whatever the direction is, as we've got Jagged. Type Jagged in the chat. Jagged warning
7%
on the tape.
6.9 to 6.3% expected, and the 5-year inflation final forecast 4.4% on the prior 4.4%, with a range of 4.8 to 4.3% expected. The conditions final forecast 56.
That looks like a cross in the valley.
Fib.ym on the 2.
Headshot. Okay, this might be the last trade before the news. Got a headshot.
So we're seeing some reports on X here, citing reports from the US Trade Group, saying that 25% pharma tariffs would increase US drug costs by $51 billion annually. This is a report commissioned by the industry's US Trade Group.
Enigma short on the YM3.
So it says that the
Just before the news here.
raise US prices as much as 12.9% if fully passed on,
Double
according to the
delta
report,
NQ on the 6.
and that the tariffs would increase US production costs and reduce
YM on the 2.
competitiveness of US drug exports.
Okay, headshot to green shot. I'm sorry, what did I say? Green shot? Headshot to green dot. On the MACV with the zone being red but the green arrow, which do you give more importance? How do you interpret that?
DCDMYM on the 2.
Okay, there's the red arrow and the red. I'm going to run this as a DCDM. Now I have literally 30 seconds before the sit on hands area here. This is a little bit dangerous. Double cross, double move. We got red arrow and we're basically red and red. I'm just trying to trade and get a red on red. Expecting, okay, now we've got the Enigma along with it. Just looking for some continuation, but the way that this is going down here into the P trap, this could definitely be a trap here on the short side, especially right here in front of the news. There it is, 2-minute warning before the news. Need to be closing up these trades here. Definitely not excited about the entry where I'm at here. I might be the last guy in right here. I am trying for it, wanted to be in around that double cross, double move scenario. We've got Jagged on the tape. Only thing that's kind of like going, all right, well, if we're just gonna keep meandering its way down. In general, I'm going to be looking for that to continue on. There's a red dot. I'm adding to position here. Very risky. Finger over the close. News is coming out here in a minute.
Double delta EM on the 6.
Fingers on hotkeys. Right at the P point. They may use it to lift any moment here right in front of the news. Yeah. Only because Jagged. I'm only holding on to this because I saw the Jagged on the tape.
Sentiment final.
Alright, I'm half as confident as that came up there, so I am halving up here at my POE. News is coming out in about 30 seconds. Fingers over the close. Jagged on the tape. Red and red. "20 seconds. Oh, I'm gonna kill it. Alright, taking my loss here. News is coming out here in 10 seconds. Jagged on the tape. It is getting wild.
Double delta EM on the 8. Lower bands touch
52
YM
spot
on
2,
the
52
29.
spot 2, higher than forecast,
Lower
50
bands
spot
touch YM
5.
on the short
1 year
on
inflation final,
Q4.
6.5%, 6.5%, and lower than forecast, 6.8%, with the 5-year inflation at 4.4%, 4.4%.
It's getting wild. Oh, wow. NQ is going absolutely nuts.
Higher than forecast, 46.3, and conditions.
There's an Enigma. Should be sitting on hands for about 3 minutes here, but I got tempted in on a level 10.
Slight strength in the S&P 500 though.
Alright, I'm gonna kill it. Okay. So saw a YM Enigma on, it's a level 10 on the 3s. Gave it a shot. Dangerous. Should be sitting on hands for about 3 minutes after the news. I am just FOMO'd on a Friday. I want to make a play. It's 10 a.m. I should be done on the day.
Upper bands touch NQ on the.
We are green and green now. Jagged on the tape. And news has just done its thing. Looking for an entry. Green and green.
And we have posted out the University of Michigan Sentiment April final reports on the feed for those interested.
Green and green. There's a cross. Do I have a structure? I have no structure. There's a Gartley.
Double delta NQ upper on bands the 6. Touch NQ on the 89.
Crack the back of the Gartley into a bat. Looking for... Just need a combo.
Fib.YM on the 8. Low impact YM on the 89.
Alright, so I'm going to play this as a retry through the cross. Got my finger over the close. If we break the cross, I'm going to actually add a hard stop right back behind the cross. Tight stop there on that. Looking for the continuation.
Enigma short on the RTY3.
Nope. Stopped out on the cross. Go one more time on it as it literally stopped out to the tick. Add a hard stop. I ain't playing around with you.
Enigma short on the YM.
And get stopped out on an Enigma 15. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time. This is getting wild right here. Enigma 15. I'm sitting inside of the area here. I have a red arrow only going full size to try to make up for the spot here. I need to go up 4s on the exit. Got a little bit on the Enigma target. Could have just waited. Could have just waited. Not great executions there this morning. Just not feeling quite comfortable here. And I'm going to go long on a 10.5. The 11 was enough to lift it before. We've got a cross in there to add to it. And let's see if I'm right here. Got my finger over the close. If we break underneath those crosses. Adding to position as we start to come up. Look like they might have faked them down. Let's see if we're on it. Okay. Looks like it was right. So now I will look to Dr. Seuss on the way up. And got fingers over half. And I've got fingers on hotkeys for Dr. Seuss. Nope, back to point of entry, so I'm half as confident on that. Oh, don't you do it. And stopped out. Okay. Not great. I literally lost track of how many trades that was there. I think it was basically red, 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 and red, red. Yeah, I think that was trade number 5. Not a great session there for me there this morning. Tricky Ricky stuff in there. We had Jagged on the tape before. $11.1. Push it up. We're at a 10.5 here. We come back through it on a 2 try. It'd be my last shot on the day to give it the go. Neutral.
2 finger NQ on the 89. Fib.ym on the 2.
Okay, we are green. I hate that we just put in a pink dot right there. Bracket. ENQ pushing up. We are moderate buy. Don't have the green arrow on the Dow yet. Is Dow going to be the weak point? We cracked the pink dot by a hair here. Okay. Piercer.
29.
US trade.
Same thought as before. 2 try rule.
Japan,
Here we go.
substantive and technical talks improving reciprocal trade.
Looking to Dr. Seuss on the way up.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
There's a pullback. Looking to Dr. Seuss to try to maximize the play. Dr. Seuss. All right, I'm going to peel half there into the opposing signal.
On the 2.
Then I will still Dr. Seuss as we go. There's Dr. Seuss again. There's a cross. Hard to see my bars. Looks like another Dr. Seuss. Add to position.
Upper bands touch YM on the 29.
Dealing half into the opposing signal. All right, she's done. Okay, that's all she wrote today, folks. It is early in, early out. It is 2 minutes before the coffee time. And I'm going to take my 800 and my 900 and I'm going to walk today. It is Friday. So on my bots, I got 980 plus 888 on a Friday, early in, early out, and had some tricky spots there. Was happy to have had a nice juicy play in there. I talked about this on day 3 on kind of my approach on I want to be, if I get down in the hole, I'm looking for one good trade to get back. It's not this philosophy around, oh, I lost 4, so therefore I need 4 to get back to break even or whatever. That's nonsense. That is nonsense. You don't play that way. There's a whole consideration around dynamic position sizing, and whether you're playing poker or trading, same thing. I'm going to increase my trade size from trades 1 through 5. If I'm going to get behind, I'm going to look for that better play. And then I'm going to size in. I'm going to work the position. I'm going to try to maximize it with my Dr. Seuss entry methodology, half on, half off add. As we broke through that area, you know, if I was head in the game and hadn't kind of been behind as much as I was there, this one maybe I would have played it even a little bit longer through that. On that green dot, I probably would have added back. It's a headshot long there. Giving it one more boost up there would have been a nice, juicy play here. On that, but it is Friday. I do have some plans with the fam and all that kind of whatnot, which you guys may too on a Friday, early in, early out, and I want to be done right here at 10:10. It is 10:10 coffee time now. Across the boards, if let's go back to the woulda, shoulda, couldas. So in running with the sim, we were like, okay, well, what happens if I had gone ahead and kept it on instead of peeling off when my bots hit $1,000 there this morning? And I kind of, I don't want to say chickened out, but if I pulled it going, okay, cadence has been in my favor, got $1,000 out of my bots, I'm happy with that personally. That's just where I'm comfortable going, okay, you made $1,000, let's walk. And yeah, generally I'll make up for that with like a $3,000 on this side, so get my 4K on the day. But yeah, the bots end up beating me today. And yeah, coming off of a lost day yesterday, which was equal to the day before. So we had a green day of equal size almost on Wednesday, Thursday being a red. Oh, you know I want to press the button right there. You know I want to press the button. That is a red get ready and a 22.7. You know I want to take that. Let's see if I can get a Dr. Seuss down to the entry. I'm sorry, down to the target. Probably last trade of the day here. Let's see if I'm going to be able to get over 1,000 or not. Okay, Dr. Seuss on that.
SDR says Trump ultimately will determine whether to proceed with alternative arrangements for countries that could eliminate or reduce the current 10% duties.
Upper bands touch YM on the 29.
Moon touch, Dr. Seuss. Full position. Oh no, it's not full position yet. It's 14. Can't count today.
Enigma short on the RTY3.
Dr. Seuss, full position.
On the divergence down YM on the 8th. Upper bands touch YM on the 29.
Targets filled 24.49. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is AlgoBox. Welcome aboard. If you are new, you've been missing out, but you can catch up with the crew this weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Curtis G on the mic.
US stocks rise slightly after the consumer survey data and retail sales revisions. S&P 500 last up spot 2% and the Nasdaq up 0.5%. This making note of those March retail sales revisions. Autos retail sales revised up to spot 6% from 0.5% and core retail sales revised up to spot 9% from spot 8%.
City to city, cause I'm shiny boys is poppin'. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry I keep flopping. Call me late at night, cause I love you when you talk. No matter where I go with you, not here, it's just not on. No, I can't let go without you near me alone. I'm holding on your tricks. Got me 10 feet off the ground. Now I'm seeing how you play. AlgoBox, you turn it all around. You tell me that you need me, then
Alrighty then.
DCDMNQ on the 6th.
you tell me that it's easy. Didn't think I'd see the game you play. It's too late.
So it seems like the markets are opening up and waking up right about now, which is inconvenient because now we got the easy stuff all of a sudden coming in here. So any other day, this is the moment when I'm going to get ready to be playing. I'm going to go grab a coffee. It's 10:10 coffee time, so I'm going to go grab a coffee normally, come back, maybe a couple minutes before 10:30, kind of mentally reset, look across the boards, look at my speed. I'll make an adjustment after that coffee time. Even this morning, it has felt as though this was pretty slow on the 2s. I will probably make an adjustment and go down to the 1s after this moment here around the 10:30 area. It is Friday though, so early in, early out, some of that stuff gets a little bit hairy, particularly on Fridays. I do recommend being very careful on Fridays. If you can get your best plays there in the morning, oftentimes the mornings are not that difficult like it was this morning. It was a rare scenario with those. I wouldn't even say it was actually that difficult. When you go back here, I had a fairly easy shot at hitting that headshot right there. We had a 20.5 right there in the 935, but I was not on the right bar. I was on the 3s. So there's a mechanical and technical mistake on my part there this morning. So missed out on the easy ones. That's a triple dot right there, right in front of the open line. And remember, it kind of meandered up to this thing. It was slow motioning, getting up there. And so I had said, you know, everybody's probably betting on hitting that clothesline, so it's probably not, right? And all we needed was a headshot or any other play right up into that. We had the double red right there. Again, if it's yellow, it gets interpreted as the color next to it. You got a double ready DD right there on the reds. Boom, headshot short. Would have been the easiest and best play of the morning. The huge move just from here to there is 163 ticks. Completed out down to the 21.6 was 178 all the way to the bottom, almost in exact 200. The low point being called by the 11.1. Remember when I said we wanted to draw that blue line from before to go on the 2-try rule to make the move up after that
Weakness in the UK.
21.6?
By demand.
Literally was the low on that big push up there. Very nice day. Today is day 5 of our 10-day boot camp. You're not going to want to miss this one. I'm going to get ready up for it. Going to get prepped up. You should be there too. If you want to take some time this afternoon, get caught up on days 1 through 4. Today is day 5. I will see you on that one. I'll give you an update in the Discord channel chat on what time that's going to be. It's probably going to be early today for session 1. We are going to do one on Saturday. The question is what day am I going to do a double header? Will I do a double header today or tomorrow on Saturday? Will depend on kind of my personal schedule. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and Eddie B, I am sending out the Big H-Town. See ya. Art team. Show these fine folks how it's done.
The old adage where, the individual investor doesn't have a chance, but the institutional investor has better technology, better information, and, more money and better opportunity. I don't think it's real anymore. I think the edge is on the individual investor because they're small, they're nimble, they can trade, they can use, they have better front-end technology.
Don't waste your time. Leave the technical analysis to us. You just play the game.
Forex is littered with crooks, black hat guys, all this kind of shifty characters and companies trying to extract money from your pocket and stick it into theirs. And one of the things that they do is operate these Forex.
Keep in mind, PBOC Governor Pan commented in a statement to the INFC. Pan says China has policy tools to counter external uncertainty and that China will turn domestic demand into a main growth driver. Reiterates that the PBOC will cut RRR and the policy rate when needed. And adds that the yuan exchange rate basically stable.
Delta 5 look for harmonic pattern. Pick up. On freeze. Order filled. Target filled.
Could be inflation. Seeing a little bit of weakness come through in the S&P 500 over the last few minutes.